Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nexus Gaming Series. We're here in Division B with Gambit Gaming on the left-hand side, and Anduin, Dahaka, Johanna, Maiev, and Vala. And over on the right, it's going to be Sands of Time. They've got a Stitches, Li Ming, Blaze, Genji, and Tyrande. Let's go ahead and check out Tyrande over here and see if the first Sentinel hits. There is a gamble going right now. Stitches is going to go into Hungry for more. So how many globes will Stitches pick up by the end of the game? 30 or more, 29 or less. You've got a good chunk of time to get those channel points in.
3, 2.
All right, most important moment of the game. Here we go. Oh!
Miss.
Somebody's threw a Sentinel just a little too early, and it will not be thrown out. The Stitches hook does not connect. That Sentinel does connect, though. So first Sentinel of the game technically connects. Technically, because, you know, the animation didn't happen. I don't know, you know, we can split the hair on that one a little bit. A good hook onto Alfie. Vala vaults away. She's got the Hungering Arrows level 1. Big jet propulsion from Blaze. And a follow-up Lunar Flare create enough space for Bones to back away on the Stitches. Wrap it up, game over. I know, right? Whoa, 77,000. Holy crap. Somebody's got an opinion on this. Marvin, you gotta have an opinion. How do you rewatch Pulp Fiction, man? I haven't seen that in ages. Hey, Kyle. What's up, bud? Welcome, everyone. Hope you're all having a great Wednesday, lurking, chatting, hanging out. As we are starting another best of 3, let's go ahead and do our spiel really quickly since we do throw these VODs up on YouTube. If you're enjoying here on Twitch, be sure to follow the stream. Every follow is, well, follows are free and every little bit helps. If you'd like to support further, if you enjoy the games, if you enjoy the stream, you want to keep the stream going and support the community, every bit of monetary help helps. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe so we can grow the YouTube channel and potentially monetize that side for some more Bandit bucks. Stitches will go down around the camp, which was invaded by Gambit Gaming, stolen away, and that's some nice experience and experience denial to our blue squad. They have, well, they're getting about 893 extra experience from the Heroes and Mercenaries. Sorry, the minion experience right there was so big and different. I think there's just some minion experience that needs to be picked up, but right now there's like a 2K difference between these two teams. That is insane this early on. Style, we gotta figure out Cinco de Mayo soonish. My parents are gonna be visiting, but after they leave, I was gonna poke you guys about that. So, late March. But just, I'm putting it back in your brain so you don't forget. Don't you go scheduling some F1 race. My internet's not good enough for you to do it up here. 23rd, you have a race? Well, that's perfect. That works out. Because then I can poke you after the race. Also, good luck. Thanks again for the tier goddamn 3. Well, we have a little bit of brawling in bottom lane. Let's actually check on our solo laners. Bottom lane looks boring. Oh man, this is more engaging. Wow, look at this. Of course. I was joking around, and I was like, of course there's going to be a kill when I look at the top lane and make a joke. Northern Touch is going to try and step in here and deny the Dragonite channel, but that's not going to happen as Blaze was holding top against that. Dahaka, I thought the hook was going to connect onto Johanna, but we're not late enough into the game for that extended hook range. April going to Colorado for a weekend. Well, good thing I'm planning on you guys being here in May. Dude, the rate we're going with temperatures up here, by the time May rolls around, it's gonna be like 80 degrees up here. Honestly, that weekend might be perfect. It's probably gonna be like 90 down in SAC for you. It'll be just perfect. 10 regeneration globes for Stitches. He did go into the Gambit level 7. Johanna steps in with a nice shield glare condemn. Bones doing their best to back away. Dragonite, meanwhile, in top lane is gonna be cleared up by tower shots. No delay on Vala hearthing out. And Dahaka's rotating to top, and we'll clear things out mid-front. Oh, wow, there's not a ton of value from that Dragonite, I gotta be honest. It's gonna be 69 degrees for you guys. Nice, 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 nice. For those of you that are in EU, 69 degrees is just about 20 Celsius. Just about. It's like 20.5 Celsius or something. As a former solo laner, thank you for showing off lane. Always nice to give a moment to shine. I do try and look at the off lane because it does not get a lot of... It doesn't get a lot of priority when it comes to casting. Like, even during CCL times, like... I would always be watching solo lane on the minimap and everything, but the main observer would be consistently watching the main fight, or the core fighter rotations. That's also why I was watching the minimap when I was doing CCL stuff, because I was like, well, if there's something in the solo lane, like I can usually start talking about it, and the observer knows to jump up there. Because our observers in CCL were just S tier. I thought it was like 19.5. Well, so 20 Celsius is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Because every 10 is 18. 10 Celsius is 50. 20 Celsius is 68.
Prepare yourselves, heroes. The shrines
And then you can half that. I mean, rounding. We're rounding here. We're getting rid of some decimal places for ease. 10 talents here on the left-hand side. We do have that Blessed Shield, Isolation, Containment Disc, and Rain of Vengeance, sorry. Vala vaulting in, trying to get some extra stackage on the level 1. I mean, 17 stacks 6 minutes in, that's not too bad for a Vala. Gorge onto the Johanna, as we have Starfall, Extra Egg Bunker, and Wave of Force. Rain of Vengeance down from the Vala. Condemn with the Light Bomb, the Umbral Bind. It's massive for the side of Gambit Gaming. Woo-wee! And speaking of Gambits, Stitches will lose another second helping stack. That was nice. That was nice. That's like one of those moments when you're a player where you're like, I'm gonna clip that and yep, that was me. That was me. I'm just gonna live on that high. Alrighty. Isolation to respond to Blaze here in the top lane. Solo laners having a bit of a 1v1. Maiev, respect the 1v1. Maiev? No, Maiev, respect the 1v1. Unfortunate. As Rodney Dangerfield once said, no respect. No respect. Blaze goes down in top. That's 6 kills to 3, favoring the side of Gambit Gaming here in our Division B matchup. Gorge onto the Dahaka. He is placed. Oh, nice Leap of Faith from Chris. Li Ming trying to displace with a with a Wave of Force, but also throwing some Arcane Orbs back, looking for the reset, but it's not going to be connecting. Toronto goes down. Containment Disc onto Li Ming as Jet Propulsion from Blaze says hello, but that's not all. That's not enough CC to stop that kill from happening. And now I feel like Blaze might be the also one to fall. 5 seconds on his bunker. Genji tries to make a consolation kill happen, but it's not even. It is not going to be happening at all. And another good chunk of kills for the side of Gambit Gaming. 4 in that engagement. 10-3 overall as we have Dahaka in position for a Dragonite.
The Dragon Knight shall reduce you to cinders.
Okay. So, how are they going to deal with this? Siege Giants are pushing in through the bottom lane. Vala keeping our hatred up on the top left of our screen through the side walls. Dragonite kicks the Genji away. Mid fork goes down. Umbral Bind. Big Jet Propulsion to try and counter this, but it's just not big enough. And the Blessed Hammer, what? The Blessed Hammer gets the snipe onto Stitches as he's behind his own gate. Oh my god. Activate to create 2 hammers that spiral outward from Johanna, dealing 133 damage to nearby enemies. Damaging heroes with basic abilities reduce this cooldown and ability by 2 seconds. Every third basic attack against enemy heroes releases a hammer. Nothing against the members of Sands of Time, but this is a clip show for the side of Gambit Gaming as they find a kill onto Blaze in top lane. Now, a good hook from Bones. Gorge onto the Vala. Lunar Flare not connecting. Alfie gets the Leap of Faith. Northern Touch steps in. Alfie vaulting in with not a whole lot of mana here. Does have Manticore level 16, so those autos still chunk quite heavily. Level 4 gives... Vault no longer costs mana. Casting Vault reset. Okay, I was like, I know there's something with vault with mana and the level 4 vault here, but I just couldn't remember what it was. All right, so it's not like you're getting mana back from vaulting and hitting a Q or something. Enemy hero impact refunds 40 mana and permanently increase the damage. What is the base mana cost of a Q? 60, so it's down to 20. Okay, and her overall mana consumption is pool is 660. What's up, Rock Dog? How you doing, bud? Happy Wednesday to you. Or Thursday, depending on your time zone. It is Thursday for some people already. Well, 17 to 14 in levels. It's 19 regeneration globes currently for our Stitches. So he's going to get 5% as he hits 20 right here. Or he's actually at 10%, right? Yeah, because it's 20. Yeah, he gets 5 baseline and then another 5 per 20. So currently at 10% when unmounted. So it's nice for that augmented movement speed when gorging someone. But this map is being... I wouldn't even say poked down. This is not really run down. It's just methodically being executed. Slowly but surely, Gambit Gaming is just taking... really good fights, solid engagements, getting huge combos as they find a double CC in bottom lane onto Tyrande and Stitches, and all those extra globes, they're not helping him. I mean, he was getting extra health from that as well. What's his health pool currently? Almost 6k health. Almost 6k health on the Stitches there. I know it showed Vala, that's just how Heroes works because it's a spaghetti code of a game. Okay, hello, Frames. Nice to see all of you. Li Ming does go down to the Vala. The core is starting to fall here. Tyrande activates Lunar Shower. There's going to be a good condemn from Johanna trying to group up the enemy. The core shielding is broken. Genji X strikes into the Hall of Storms for safety as the core is at 70% right now. Stitches has respawned. The death timers are pretty low. The hook will be denied. That extra range was already there, but it's denied by a containment disc of Maiev, who lands the Irma Bind on Tyrande. She does go down. Alfie gets gorged. Leap of Faith from Anduin pulls her into a better position. Vala fine for the time being. Tunneling Claws from Chelsea allow the Dahaka to back away. Seems like Dahaka's doing fine. As the Light Bomb does connect, there's a drag attempt from Dahaka, but it's not enough. It doesn't matter. Core falls, and map number 1 goes over to the side of Gambit Gaming. How many regeneration globes did Stitches have at the end of the game? 29 or less. Mostly comes down to draft difference in your opinion. What's up, Alfie? I'm not one to sit here and be critical and like talk down about players or anything like that. It's not my place to do that. I'm not a coach, but my job is to sit here and watch games and commentate on them. And I will say this: there's a lot of unforced errors in that game. There were a lot of unforced errors in that game. There were a lot of Tyrande lunar flares that did not connect after a Stitch's Gorge. That was a big thing. There was no Genji X Strike to follow up a lot of the Gorge damage as well. There's a lot of unforced errors because, and there's a lot of also missed connections in the Gorge Stitch's play. I think their draft was okay. I think you guys played it way better, and as I said, I think there's a lot of unforced errors on the enemy side team. So, I also think there was a lot of answers from your team as well. There was a lot of decent answers. You had your Reign of Vengeance, which was a good way to slow down Stitches. You guys also your Vala scaled like insanely hard really early as well. You had like 17 stacks at 6 minutes. That's kind of crazy in my opinion, and good, like crazy good. So overall, I do think you guys played really, really well, and that is something to consider as well. Don't take away from your success. Don't take away from your success. You guys had a really, really strong showing in map number 1. Let's go ahead and roll out a block of ads, and we'll get into map number 2. Because I gotta run ads so Twitch doesn't run ads when the games are happening, because that's not fun. That's not fun. It's disgusting. My back! Oh, my back! Yep, I'm feeling that one. I'm feeling that one today, Cav. Not like in pain, but between all the stuff I've had to do preparing for the family to visit, oh man, I am, yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing my family. I'm just not looking forward to having to lay on the floor anymore. I'm so sick and tired of this spine issue. I'm so sick and tired of it. I'm so exhausted of it. I'm so sick and tired of being so sick and tired, you know? Auto attack. Ooh, there is a Unfurling Shadow Sylvanas, and we like to do gambits around that, so let's get a gambit written up for that. Or not a gambit, a gamble written up for that, and then we'll get into map number 2. Once the, whatchamacallits, the ads finish out. No. Oh! Let's say 100 or more, 99 or less. I don't know how many they're gonna get, but this seems like a decent prediction amount. Alright, so we gotta finish out our ads, and then we'll get going to the next game. Otherwise, happy Wednesday. Hope you're all doing well today. Hope you're all having a fantastic week. Hope you're all having a very, very good week. Hope you're having a scrumptious week. Alright, how many minutes? Oh, yeah, right. 30 more seconds. And then we can get into the game. Someone modded Ocarina of Time to have the dude from Grand Theft Auto Vice City. the aw shit, here we go again guy. Someone modded Ocarina of Time to have him as the Link model. That's really good. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nexus Gaming Series Division B matchup of Gambit Gaming versus Sands of Time. On the left-hand side, it is Gambit Gaming up in this best-of-3 series with a Rhaegar, Blaze, Johanna, Vala, and a Hogger. Over on the right, looking to take us to a map number 3, it's going to be Sands of Time. Anubarak, Zeratul, Sylvanas, Brightwing, and a Samuro. Now, Sylvanas, at level 1, is going to be going into Unfurling Shadows. So she will be stacking up her Shadow Dagger. She needs to get 3 hits onto the enemy. She needs to get 3 autos onto an enemy to make the 3 stacks appear. Or there's a level 7, Festering Wounds with the Haunting Wave. But of course, either way, 3 stacks of Banshee Curse and then hit by a Shadow Dagger and you increase. I know Withering Barrage doesn't, but Haunting Wave, does it apply any Banshee Curse? I forget. I know if you take Festering Wounds, it gives you 3 stacks. I don't know if throwing a Haunting Wave applies 1 or not. I don't know if there's any Sylvanas mains. I know Withering Fire doesn't. I know it's like, typically it's 3 autos. No, I don't think actually Haunting Wave does. Not until you get the level 7. Either way. No stacks by itself. You have the town into it. Okay, that's what I thought, Alfie. Thank you. I think it's literally, until level 7, Sylvanas has to land 3 autos, then a W. And the window is kind of small, so we are going to stay on Sylvanas' vision. We don't have the little icon, but the thing is you're going to see those little arrows next to the target that she's marking. So let's see if I can show you here as there's a couple marks on Alfie here underneath their health bar. Sylvanas actually still chasing in. Bones, very aggressive, doesn't get any extra stackage and will be punished for the dive onto the enemy team. So either way, there you go. Until level 7, till Festering Wounds is picked, it's going to be auto attack. So you got a good chunk of time for your gambles if you'd like. 100 or more, 99 or less. She's at 6 here on Infernal Shrines map number 2, and our second best of 3 of the day. I believe we'll be doing another best of 3 of NGS after this. And then later on today, we'll be doing some Final Fantasy VII OG. We need to go back to the Golden Saucer, everybody. We got Death Dealer for the Vala. Makes sense with the auto attack build. Subdue Johanna standard. Hogger's actually going to go into aggro Rage. For this map, makes sense because you're increasing the radius as well. Usually we see the Hogger's Joggers at level 4, if I'm not mistaken. But on a map like this, the increased AoE or radius is going to be really good for when you're bouncing around. Bouncing around the objective area. We'll see Unstable Poison as well. Sylvanas has picked up a few stacks off of Alfie in mid. Bone's going to Hearth out completely. Bed of Barbs. Oh, no, never mind. Bed of Barbs for our Anubarak. Looks like Bones will tap well from mid. Peeking up into the top lane. We haven't looked at this. It is Samuro versus Blaze and his Way of Wind for Samuro. And, of course, I go and look at top lane. And once again, there's a kill down in bottom. Looks like Vala's able to pick up her 50th stack. And she finds a kill into the Brightwing. Vaulting around, trying to poke onto Nova, who is that Zeratul. Alfie in top lane, activating the objective. He's going to go for the small box spin. I think he's setting up right here. And Hogger gets it. Alfie, they're doing a good job setting up around there. We'll see if they get the infinite spin. Blaze pushes up the wave. Sappers are being worked on rapidly here. Oh, doesn't... either it was canceled or... I'm not sure. Not infinite, but decent. You know what? We'll just say that we'll just say, we'll just say, I mean, we didn't see it on screen. You canceled it on purpose because you believed you were going to work through it faster with some of those easy throw dynamits. That's totally your intention. You know what? I see through the miasma, Alfie. I can reach into the past and know exactly what the intention was. Sevens are here. We got that Crushing Blows. There's that Festering Wounds, as I mentioned, for the Sylvanas. That could be a nice way for her to get some extra stackage for that level 1. Blaze able to back away through mid lane with a Jet Propulsion out. Not infinite, but decent. I'm pretty sure Kira says that line. I thought she says, I'm in. Sylvanas is dead. Camp invaded. And Gambit Gaming are just ruthless here. Punisher jumps over, Vala vaults in. Good damage onto Lampico, who is dead as well. Snap decisions coming out from the side of Gambit Gaming, and they are looking like the dominant force here in this second best of 3 of the day with 5-0 in kills, 9-7. Let's be generous. It's 9-8 just about in levels. 9-7 sounds way worse than it actually is when you take a look at the top of the screen. Punisher lands the jump onto Zeratul. Nova gets a blink out in time. You just memeing? Absolutely unacceptable. Well, there's Falling Sword, Rain of Vengeance, Shockwave, Bunker, and Ancestor Healing. The 10 talents are already here. They're going to look to try and chase onto Alfie a little bit, but I don't think there's Are they still going for this? No, they're just rotating down to mid. Alright, Samuro looking to jump in here, try and find some damage, but Hunterlust is going to have to pop the mirror images to back away, create a little bit of room for their Samuro. Hogger bounces around the fort front gate area. Sylvanas tries to land the hunting wave for some extra stackage on level 1, but it just does not work out. And this camp is stolen away as well. Samuro working his way through top lane. Really needs that level 10. I'm assuming it's going to be Blade Storm just to clear out these waves a little bit faster, but also get that armor as well. Wow. Cowardice gambling in this game. Coward gambling in this game. What happened? Someone lost too many channel points and was like, I'm out. Like the opposite of Kira. Get it? Anyways. Second objective, Mortar in the bottom lane coming up next. Breck lands a small impale, slows down Johanna, who answers back with a shield glare. Don't believe she landed any dismounts from that. 34 stacks on our Sylvanas. As they're looking to clear out bottom lane, Johanna steps in with the Condemns, looks for some subdue stackage or value. Unable to get it as they only hit 3. Nubrak is in, the little deep, lands the cocoon onto 1, face shift from Brightwing. Vala's a little bit low. Zeratul wants to get the kill. He needs one more auto, but now Zeratul is fine. So he's going to get a Gambit stack off of Vala, who is at 103 currently on that level 1. So should be down to 20% bonus attack speed. Forgot to gamble. Just such a sad day. And it is that Blade Storm, Blink Heal for the Brightwing, Wailing Arrow, Might of the Nerazim, and Cocoon for a Nubrak, because that Mortar Punisher's coming up soon. Johanna had an attempt for a Subdue finish quest, unfortunately unable to get the 4 hit right there in the wave. Alfie gets hit by the Haunting Wave, but there's no Shadow Dagger applied, and as I said, that window to get the Shadow Dagger out is quite small. Obviously, if you sustain those autos, it sustains the 3 marks, and then you can keep getting stackage, but not a lot of people stand around to let Sylvanas stack for free. Shockwave from Hogger goes out, attempting... Oh, actually, I don't know if it was attempted to snipe the Zeratul, but it doesn't matter. They still take down a Nubrak. Sylvanas steps back in. She's going to Haunting Wave through the enemies, trying to dip, dive, and dodge out, and I think she will be able to do so. Alright, Hogger with a decent bounce around the objective area. We'll see Mortar Punisher looking good to the side of Gambit Gaming. 13 talent to your advantage, 6-1 in kills. Heroic-wise, a charge of Rain of Vengeance about to come back. Shockwave for the Hogger soon. Jet Propulsion from Blaze says hello to Samuro, and now Chelsea being dove on in the top lane. This could be a kill, which is huge for the side of Sands of Time. That'll get them some good experience, but are they just trying to base race right now? And they do have a Sylvanas with Black Arrows, which she did activate, and those are going to be expiring soon. Actually, it just expired. Nubrak does have Beetles to summon, so those can tank a few tower shots as well. He's got the Mad Lads level 13, if I do believe. Yeah, he's got the Burning Legion. And looks like Samuro is going to Sakuchi out. Bottom fort goes down, and did the side of Sands of Time give too much away here? Because now the Keep Front Gate is out. Northern Touch steps in. Val's got her Hatred up. No, they're going to back away. Looks like Punisher will be cleared out. And the fort on top doesn't even go down, actually. Samuro was pressuring. And he gets some damage, but fort traded for Fort Front Gate and like 10% maybe? Maybe? Alrighty. Well, it's even talent tiers for the time being, but I feel like this is where you gotta take a fight for Sands of Time. I don't know, I feel like you can't dawdle here too much. You have to be looking for an engagement before the enemy hits 16. Otherwise, you're gonna be turtled up for the next 2-ish levels. A Nubrak goes in, lands the double impale, Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. Zeratul lands the Singularity Spike, but it's on Blaze. Bunker, Falling Sword, just about everything is available, as well as Ancestral Healing. Nice impale from a Nubrak, allows the allies to back away, but that 16 comes through, and Hogger was working on a camp. for the enemy team, so it was actually 4v5, and Gambit Gaming kind of just poked back. They don't lose anything. They get this camp in top lane, and they get a camp for bottom. It's looking all good for Gambit Gaming as Sylvanas has 50 stacks currently on that level 1 Unfurling Shadows. Pressure applied to mid from the side of Gambit Gaming. Next Punisher is going to be an Arcane in the top lane. Keep front gate's already been taken down there. Zeratul jumps in. Alfie takes a little bit of damage, actually tanking a couple tower shots, has that armor reduction, but doesn't seem like anyone's baited to try and jump in onto the Hogger, who actually spins through the enemy. Shockwave in there. Falling Sword from the Johanna, looking like it's going to be a setup for a triple kill. Unfortunately, well, it is going to be a triple kill. Nubrak goes down the left-hand side. Nova, the Zeratul, is able to back away. Honestly, I'd like to see them rotate to top and try and take down, keep front gate a little bit further since the next objective phase is going to be in that lane. But hey, they're here, they got a wave. This is not a bad call either. Real Samuro is discovered. Vala just poking a little bit at that. We have mid keep down to 50%. Zeratul tried to jump in there for some damage to zone back the enemy. Bladestorm from Samuro to try and clear out the next wave approaching. Alright, Arcane Punisher should be announced in a moment here. Sakuchi to get that Windwalk speed and distance. Johanna was looking with, I think, some Blessed Hammers to get the reveal, but no reveal to be had. I will point out, the members of Sands of Time have turtled up long enough, and they will be able to have their 16 talents here. Now, it is a level and a half to 20 for the side of Gambit Gaming, so Sands of Time. Sands of Time have an opportunity to start whittling away at the enemy team, but they're going to need to find massive kills in this objective phase. Massive kills will be needed here. Zeratul and Samuro stepping in on the left-hand side. Nubrak goes in for the burrow, lands it onto 2. Falling Sword from the Johanna, Jet Propulsion from Blaze. Big Condemn, Shockwave from the Hogger, connecting onto 1. Ice Queen low, the Brightwing's the first to fall. Vala inside the cocoon, she'll be broken out in a moment. That's a Nubrak squashed like a bug. Condemned from the Johanna onto Samuro, and it's looking like a lone Sylvanas Zeratul to defend while Hogger sets up for around the objective and the enemy team pushes in through top. That's game right there. I mean, there's a camp to be grabbed, so I believe you're wrong, Master Adam. Get hecked. Welcome to the stream. Well, death timers are low right now. Wave is pushed into keep. They get that down. Hogger's working on objective. 10 skeletal defenders to go. Blaze soaks up a bit more in bottom. 20 Talonteers here, as well as that opening through the top to win the game. 12-2 in kills. Ancestral, Farseer's Blessing, Fortified Bunker. We've got the blanking on the name, Heaven's Fury, thank you. Also have a Fireflight Quiver, and Hogger will be going into, I forget this level 20 trait, Anger Management, right. No control. Gets a decent bounce through the enemy. A lot of damage onto this left-hand side, and Vala is the first one to go down. The Punisher is working his way towards the core, but the Brightwing will be traded in this fight. Lampico on the left-hand side pops some shielding from that Carapace, but it's not enough as Blaze comes through and squashes the bug with that Jet Propulsion. Rhaegar chases in. Hunter Lust able to switch to a different clone and teleport away. While the Punishers arrive towards core, they pull towards mid. Bones with the Sylvanas here. Hogger looking to chase in. Doesn't land the staggering blow. Wailing Arrow is the answer from Sylvanas. She's currently on 82 stacks, trying to work through this Punisher, which is taking down some core shielding, but it's really about it, actually. Why is the core shielding not looking like it's gone down at all? Maybe it was hitting mid-keep and I wasn't registered. Yeah, I don't think I was looking at that right. I think it might have been hitting mid-keep. But either way, Zeratul jumps in the Hall of Storms to try and get a little bit of HP really quickly. Hunter Lust does the same. Roots onto a few enemies. The Punisher does start working through the core with the allies. The Smurro goes down. They killed the real one, and core will fall. Gambit Gaming with a 2-0 here in Division B. GG, well played. Alrighty, the gamble's been paid out. Sylvanas had 90 stacks. And let's get set up for another best of 3. As I continue to drop frames here and there today. It's really annoying. I love internet companies that don't give you the services that you pay them for. Love it. It's my favorite